Welcome back. Jared Hayne has been the surprise exclusion from the Parramatta Eels lineup for the Auckland Nines, but they're still heavily tipped to win the inaugural tournament, which begins tomorrow. Eels coach Brad Arthur has announced a big, strong and fast combination without the Fijian, as he's giving a chance for some new players to make an early statement. The Auckland Nines is a two-day Niners-side knockout tournament extravaganza, showcasing the world's greatest rugby league talent live in Auckland. For the first time ever, fans will witness all 16 NRL clubs and 256 star players competing over one stunning weekend to win their share of over $4 million Fijian prize money.
My team is New Zealand and I'll be cheering for the New Zealand Warriors tomorrow.
My team is Canberra Raiders.
My team is Brisbane. Go Broncos.
I'll cheer for Aquilawati and the Newcastle Knights.
Go see Sawanga and the Melbourne Storm, you can win it.
We'll be cheering for Melbourne Storm and Sisawanga.
The games kick off at 11:35 a.m. tomorrow and at 11 a.m. Sunday, only on Fiji One. The Warriors Nines team have received a boost ahead of the tournament, or increased pressure, with two Australian League legends installing them as favourites to take the inaugural title this weekend. Andrew Johns and Gordon Tallis admit they don't know what to expect at Eden Park, but are adamant that the home side will be right in the mix come finals day on Sunday.
Rocking into Auckland for the big comeback, a decade after his last NRL match, 42-year-old Brad Fittler, ready to silence the doubters.
The hammies hurt a lot for a long time, but they're just coming good, so I think that's a good sign. So I think I've been trying for about a month, I suppose.
What do you make of the Roosters' chances in this competition?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say who'll go good, you know. I think if you hold the ball, you give yourself a chance.
Also arriving in Auckland today, another golden oldie, set to make his mark.
There's definitely a few nerves. That's been out of the game for 5 years in the NRL, so it's changed a fair bit, but just looking forward to getting out there and having a bit of fun.
The Warriors also switching their full attention to the Knights after a woeful second half against Wigan, turning a half-time lead into a 24-point loss, conceding 6 unanswered tries.
They're really looking to light the candles on the cake here, the Wigan Warriors. They're going to do it. Burgess!
Wigan eventually taking it out 46-22. Back in Auckland, new recruit and former Wigan star Sam Tompkins warning not to read too much into the result.
No, not at all. There was a lot of inexperience in our team last night. There was, you know, a lot of lads who don't train full time with us, so you know they weren't completely familiar with the structure. But you know, that's what pre-season games for.
And hoping to keep smiles on these faces with a winning start to the Knights.
The Cronulla Sharks have picked Christchurch to prepare for the Auckland Nines and will attempt to boost their support base there. The Sharks will spend 2 full days in the city before heading north for the inaugural short-form version of the Code at Eden Park this weekend, a tournament they're taking seriously given their need for a cash injection.
The Cronulla Sharks today hoping to influence kids not to bully and to stay out of trouble. Ironically, it was the Sharks that were in trouble on their last visit to the Garden City 12 years ago. Skipper Paul Gallen was only in his 2nd year at the club when the alleged group sex session happened.
Yeah, I don't talk about that. That's got nothing to do with now.
That incident costing his then teammate Matty Johns his job at Australia's Channel 9.
It was an incident that was investigated by police. It caused all parties enormous pain and embarrassment.
And while the dust is now settled on that particular scandal, the club has continued to find the going tough.
Not so much, you know, fresh start. We're just dealing with things as we go.
They'll play this year without coach Shane Flanagan, currently serving a 1-year ban for issues relating to the mismanagement of drugs. They're also appealing a $1.2 million fine handed down by the NRL related to anti-doping.
Each team goes through adversity. You look at other clubs, they've had issues and everyone faces it, but it's how you get through it.
But as Carney, who himself battled alcohol issues, believes it's as much up to the player to think about the club as it is the club's job to look after them.
As players, we're getting better of realising the right things we can and can't do, and as long as you stick in your team environment, I think all should run smoothly.
Good advice ahead of the Auckland Nines this weekend.
Despite not having played any international matches in 2 years, Fiji football team has moved 1 place up in the latest FIFA rankings released today. The new ranking sees Fiji now lying at 181 as the 3rd best Pacific Island side. Australia remains the top-ranked side in the Oceania, moving 3 places up, while New Caledonia is the best-ranked Pacific side. Spain remains the world's #1 football team, while Portugal and Colombia are back in top 5. Suva football coach Gurjit Singh will retain the same team that has won its last 4 games in the National League competition. Singh is confident that his side will bag another 3 points against the informed Nanronga on Sunday.
Fiji Suns skipper Tuna National League pace setters Suva are gearing up for another round of matches this weekend.
It's a normal preparation. We have been doing same as we have been doing before.
Riding high after 4 successive wins so far, this team has stepped up to the mark in the competition.
We winning 4 games, 4 out of 4, but still a lot has to be done. And we got some tough games coming up. So we have to really work hard and be consistent in our performance.
Going by the current form, Suva next play Nanronga and would fancy their chances of climbing 5 in a row come Sunday afternoon.
Nanronga, we can't underestimate them. They are unpredictable team. Sometimes they really give us tough time. So we are regarding this another tough game for us.
Samuel Ndundru, who's having a good season so far, netting 5 goals in 4 games, will be the top marksman. Coach Gurjit Singh impressed with his strikers' form this season.
Looking at his performance from last year, I think he has improved a lot. And he has been functioning very well with my team. And I think that our players also know how to give him some good passes. So creating scoring opportunities is a main thing. So our players have been doing that and giving him some good scoring opportunities to score goals.
And expect a relatively young side for the encounter. Singh is keeping faith in his young stars to do the job.
It's very, very important if you really want to do well in the National League, you have to be consistent. And if you have some players who are really consistent in their game, and that's a positive thing for the team. So far they have been doing well, and I have been using the same team from the beginning. From the first game, I have been using the same team.
Suva faced Nanronga at 3 p.m. at the INZ Stadium on Sunday. Irfan Khan, Fiji One News.
Bad weather played havoc with the Premier League yesterday as 2 matches were called off because of stormy conditions in northwest England. Manchester City's home match against Sunderland was postponed due to exceptional and escalating weather, and also because the safety of fans cannot be guaranteed. Title challenger Arsenal and struggling champion Manchester United ground out of a scoreless draw at the Emirates Stadium on a drab night that caused further damage to the visitors' ambitions in a lacklustre season. Steven Gerrard scored a last-minute penalty as Liverpool won 3-2 at last-place Fulham in the Premier League. Liverpool now lies in 4th place, 4 points behind leaders Chelsea. Netball Fiji is expected to make an announcement on the new coach soon. A very close source has confirmed that a new coach to replace Unai Sirokora should be selected in March. Fiji Sports Council Chairman Peter Maisy had earlier indicated that Netball Fiji was looking at interviewing 4 to 6 candidates from Australia and New Zealand for the top job. Upon selection, the new coach will be tasked to prepare the Fiji Pearls to the World Cup in Australia next year. Basketball Fiji have earned the right to host the FIBA Oceania Under-19 Championships at the end of the year, but at a total cost of more than $250,000. The Federation is confident of pulling it off, as this is a rare chance of seeing Oceania giants Australia and New Zealand playing here.
Great news that Basketball Fiji's got confirmation for the FIBA Oceania Under-19 Championships, but at the back of their minds there is the hosting costs at an estimated $300,000.
Basketball Fiji has sourced out funds from, and we're hoping that we'll receive assistance from the government through Fiji Sports Commission to assist us with hosting the international event, in addition to assistance from FIBA Oceania and corporate bodies.
For starters, that covers accommodations and logistics for the 8 teams, including officials, as the hosts are looking to leave an impression not only on the participating teams, but also on the world body FIBA.
It means that we have an opportunity to build on relationships, strong relationships with outside countries that will be participating.
The tournament will be focused in the capital at the Vodafone Arena, which is expected to draw a sizable crowd over the 10 days.
We'll have Australia and New Zealand competing, and they'll be the favorites for the event.
As for the hosts, there's also a lot of reasons to play and win for our national sides.
The winner of this Under-19 Championship will qualify for the World Under-19 Basketball Championships in 2015.
The tournament will be held from November 27th to December 6th. William Tambuya, Fiji One News.
Fiji Athletics has again delayed the announcement of the team to represent Fiji at the Oceania qualifiers later this month. General Secretary Madhiu Koroitamana clarifies they're still awaiting the medical clearance of Kayla Yee before their final selection is made. An announcement was to have been done today. However, the executives will meet tomorrow to iron out issues pertaining to this as they want to select the best. Short distance swimming specialist Meli Malani will take part in the Grand Prix tomorrow in an effort to better his timings. Despite having just returned from strenuous competition overseas, he feels he needs regular competition before the qualifiers in New Zealand.
Hoping to do all my goal times there and try and probably make it to the finals.
His coach adds they still have a lot to work on and will take it on a day-to-day basis.
He's fit and just needs to maintain and just continue racing, and we've got a competition this Saturday. We've got goals and targets and we'll just go step by step.
The Grand Prix will be held at the National Aquatic Centre tomorrow. In-form New Zealand cricketer Ross Taylor has been handed an Indian Premier League lifeline after the Black Cap blaster was bought for his reserve price of $390,000 by the Delhi Daredevils. Surprisingly unsold after the first day of the IPL auction, New Zealand's best batsman was granted a reprieve overnight, joining fellow Black Cap Jimmy Neesham at Delhi, who went for his reserve price of $195,000. Taylor brings the New Zealand contingent to 6 in the IPL.
The sun is definitely shining on the Black Caps man of the moment, Corey Anderson, won on auction by the IPL's Mumbai Indians for a staggering $866,000.
I can't say it's sunk in yet. I mean, it still sort of just looks like a number on the screen kind of thing.
The 23-year-old removed himself from the team room to watch the auction live on the internet last night, trying to avoid the awkwardness as other players like the in-form Ross Taylor weren't even bid on.
Yeah, it was nervous times when your name came up, and I guess once that first bid was put in, it was pretty exciting.
Anderson's world record 36-ball century against the West Indies on New Year's Day, the spark to fire up the IPL's cash-heavy team owners.
Well, it put them on the map. I mean, probably went from 0 to 800 and whatever. So, yeah, it's all about timing.
Another player with uncanny timing, Canterbury's Matt Henry, not having played a single international T20 game and only making his one-day debut for the Black Caps 2 weeks ago. The medium quick bowler then encouraged to add his name to the auction late by Chennai Super Kings coach Stephen Fleming, who picked him up for $58,000, along with skipper Brendan McCullum, who fetched $627,000.
So it was a great opportunity, so went for it, and thankfully I've been picked up.
So was fellow seamer Tim Southey and all-rounder Jimmy Neesham, but it's Anderson who has the cricket world buzzing.
Once I go over there, once I get that in my mind for a focus after, the Test Series and then the 2020 World Cup, then I'm sure I'll go about my business.
Tomorrow's final test against India, the next chance for the all-rounders stock to improve even further.
And a sporting Valentine's to everybody watching. That's sport, Myron.
Thank you, Kurt. Stay with us. We have world news from our global news partners, CNN, right after this break.